Welcome, everyone, to Williams-Brice Stadium, home of the South Carolina Gamecocks. As we'll see, the number 13 team in the country, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on the 12th ranked team in the land, the South Carolina Gamecocks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Will kick it away to start us off. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Ready to fire from the pistol. Back to throw, it's Sellers. Looking to the big tight end. A strike downfield. You go with the first snap of the game, and you make a big play like that, your confidence just soars.
And I don't know if the defense was sleepwalking here, Reese, but it's almost as if they didn't know the game had actually started. They were just kind of lethargic in the back end. I don't think they were anticipating this offense taking a shot on the first play.
They used a chunk play to cross midfield, and they've got it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. They go to the ground. Powers through the defender. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice gain before the defense is able to stop him.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Going up top. It's complete. Into the end zone. Touchdown, South Carolina. Talk about an offense finding its rhythm early.
So nice to find the end zone early, get that confidence going. The defense is showing exactly what you expect them to do. Offense taking advantage. Great start for the offense.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Unloads to the wideout. Connection to the right. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. The Canes build their program around playmakers like that.
They do, Reese, and speed on the outside makes everybody so much better. Finding those home run hitters, those playmakers, those are the guys when Miami's rolling.
Oh, it's picked off. A rare mistake from this guy. A really good return after the interception puts them in business at the 29.
It's not always the sacks on the quarterback, right? You just want to affect him. You want to get to his legs. And if you can smash him, even better. Hit him in the face, make that ball float up in the air, creates the turnover, creates the big play. Momentum shift for the defense.
Here's the handoff. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. To the air. It's Sellers. Deep shot for the end zone. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
And you're not going to see many of those. That's a gift for this defense. You don't see this guy miss very often, especially to put 6 on the board. That was a big missed opportunity for this quarterback and this offense.
They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. This time he's got his man. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the 2nd drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did his homework coming into this game, and right now it's paying off.
And he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. The offense changing the play. The Gamecocks are on the move. They'll run the option. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Gamecocks!
Now, you've seen the evolution of the option. You've seen the evolution with the scrambling quarterbacks that can run and be so dynamic and just so much to defend. The quarterback says, forget that. You defend everything, I'll take it myself. In for 6.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Coming out with it, it's Marion. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. From the gun, the running back has it. Turning it on. Good blocking up front. Great job following it. He's got 6 to the 18.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
The short hands, it's Fletcher. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker. So 1st down here as they go back to work. Back to pass, it's Beck. Throws to the wideout. Fakes the grab. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the 1st down.
And the Canes have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
The offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Fires to the wideout. It's caught downfield. Makes a grab and a nice gain. Gets it to the 35.
Hey, I'll tell you what, that slot receiver, he may not be the biggest receiver in the world, but he is shifty, and he runs really good routes. You saw it on that play.
Just keeps slinging it. Looking to buy time. And he just chucks it into the 4th row.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this 1st down.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. It's incomplete and maybe a little too aggressive from this senior trying to fit that one in there.
This defense knew the offense was going to try to take shots vertically down the field and do it in a variety of ways. That time they were able to defend the corner route and swat the ball down.
Here's the pressure. Pressure's there and he gets rid of it. And the incomplete pass on third down, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's about. Man, they can barely see the first down marker from there, but they'll go for it on fourth. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Gonna take a shot. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover.
GG, bro.
Forward to it all week. And the Gamecocks will boot it away to start the game. Bringing it back. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Running back searching for a hole. Nifty run there, pickup of 6 out to the 25.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. To throw, it's Allard. Quarterback moving. Trying to escape and get it himself. They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line.
Quarterbacks have a hard job. They got to drop back and try to see the whole field and then see the rush coming to him. But you could tell he did a really good job scrambling outside the pocket, improvising, making a play with his feet, and then getting the first down.
Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking.
Nice play. And this running back showing you why he truly is a three-down back. He's not just dangerous running the football between the tackles or blocking, but he can also catch the ball. When you get this guy the football in space in the perimeter of the field, he's got the wiggle and he's got the power to break tackles from the secondary. That's why this guy has an opportunity to play at the next level.
Complete downfield. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
The Nittany Lions with the 1st and 10. Handoff from the gun. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find.
Nowhere to go with the ball and down. He goes at the 39.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Got his man downfield. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. The Nittany Lions had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And how about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his fingerprints all over this game so far to start, man. We're still in the first half, and he's got a sack. He's got a tackle for a loss. These are the kind of plays that really help your defense push these offenses behind the sticks.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
Well, on the opening drive of the game, establishing a rhythm and a cadence offensively is really, really important. They've done some good things on this first drive to put them in this situation. Obviously, you just threw an incompletion on 2nd down. You're likely going to throw it again here right now. Quarterback has just got to settle in. Timing is important. Get rid of the ball on time. Trust your read and execute this passing play if you're throwing.
Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0. After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Dropping back, it's Sellers. Scrambling away. Fires on the move. He's got it. All out of space. They finally get him on the ground, but that's the kind of play that will carry momentum into the 2nd quarter. They've got a 1st down here to open the period. Looking to throw on 1st down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Looking to fire. Pressure coming. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
Really good play by this defense, and you know exactly what you're getting with this guy. Man, he is electric. He is dynamic. He'll make plays, so you got to do a good job of containing him in the pocket. And when he starts to scramble, chase from one side. Don't overlap with another guy. Nice job by the defense.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Might be calling a hot route. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Tight coverage and an incomplete pass. The defense knocks it away and forces the fourth down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force fourth downs.
Oh, a big decision here early as they leave the offense on the field in their own territory. They want to keep this opening drive alive. And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start. So on their first drive of the game, they're going to roll the dice a little bit and go for it on fourth down in their own territory. Here comes the heat. Down he goes, and the defense snuffs out this drive with a sack.
And what a job by this defense. Early in the game, you want to set the tone. You want to set your offense up as much as you can. And here in the first half now, giving the ball back to them on their side of the field, shutting the fourth down conversion down, sending a message to this offense.
Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
Hey, how about it? How about the old toss play, right? QB catches the ball, tosses it to the running back. Listen, it's got to be thrown out in front of him so he can continue to run, and then that offensive line has to do a really good job of getting the edge so he can get north and south. You used to see that play a turn back in the day. You just don't see much of it anymore.
They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. The Nittany Lions with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Got enough space, and he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State! When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. No shot to return that one as he boomed it out of the back of the end zone. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Scanning the field, it's Sellers. Fires to the big fella.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game day.
The Gamecocks in a good spot here with second and short. He might want another play. Going to swing it on second down. And the throw out to the sideline, good for just a few yards.
Now, I know that completion isn't a touchdown. It's not a deep play deep down the field, but how about the strong hands by that receiver making that catch? He made that look pretty routine. He had that DB draped all over him and still was able to help this offense get positive yards.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Wants to throw on first down. Shoots it to the left. Got him, and nobody's close. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got us to be able to score points on this drive.
And the Gamecocks will snap it on first and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Throws to the tight end. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Takes it back to the 26-yard line as they come up with a big interception there.
QBs have to understand, when I'm throwing against zones, I got to manipulate guys with my eyes. I might have to look one direction to create an opening to throw that ball or zip that ball in. I got to use touch. It's really hard when all eyes are on me, and you could tell the quarterback was not ready and did not make a good throw.
On the direct snap, it's Reynolds. Pass the sticks, and he may get more. He's got the first down, and they did a brilliant job getting them out flanked with the Wildcat. They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. Direct snap. It's Reynolds. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
I like the idea of going toss to the field, but you got to have better blocking by your wide receivers out there on the perimeter. They didn't get it done, and as a result, that's a negative play.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Just a short pass to the tight end.
Well, this tight end is so athletic that at times they'll line him up in different parts of the field. That time he was in the slot. Nice job running the route, finding the open space in the defense for the completion.
Sends it back in motion. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Nittany Lions will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking to pass. It's Sellers. Makes the catch. It's Brown. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 48.
Nice job by the QB and receiver on this play in a 2-minute situation, knowing to work the boundary, get the first down, and get the ball out of bounds. Great situational awareness.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Here's a heat. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense has it. They're on the move. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Enough time to get off a play before we head to halftime. Looking downfield on first down. Quarterback now breaking the field. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. He's going to fire into the gut of the defense. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. The Nittany Lions will line up to kick off and start the second half. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Slings it downfield. That is just a sideline clinic. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want. They'll snap it from the 39. First and 10. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
The Gamecocks will hustle to the line.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. Quarterback making checks. To the air, it's Sellers. Unleashes one deep. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. Got some room to run.
And talk about being an impact player for his defense. That's now his second interception in this game. Time and time again, when they've thrown his direction, he's come up with a big play. And in a tight game like this, those two interceptions, that is massive for this defense.
And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
The Nittany Lions with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They'll go up top on second and short. Caught over the middle. It's Ross. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
It's a nice play call there. You've got two-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead. They know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Just inside the 40-yard line. It's first and 10 from the 39. Trying to get the corner. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now, it's tough sledding on the ground.
Lost one on that last one. It's second and 11. Wants to go up top. Under fire. And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working. Ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. Trying to get behind the defense. Picked off. What a play by this defense. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Quarterback may change this route. Finds his tight end. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a big gain. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Looking to throw, it's Sellers. Buys a little time. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. That's caught. It's Bennett. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Grab near the marker. It's Harbor. He's loose. Coming through with that third down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43.
And this defense has really done a good job containing this superstar quarterback. But now it's a big-time moment. In the fourth quarter, you know the ball's going to be in his hands. Got to get to him. Got to ruffle his feathers, hit him a few times, make him feel uncomfortable.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Man, this quarterback is going to need an ice bath when this game is over because he is getting whacked. We've seen him go down. He's been sacked time and time again. He just got nailed another time on that last play. He can't wait for this game to be over.
Really nice job by quarterback and wide receiver. This is why you do film work. This is why you throw on air all offseason. I know I get zone coverage. I know exactly where I'm breaking. I know exactly where to deliver the football. Nice throw, nice catch.
To the air on first down. Oh, they're after him. Quarterback can pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
It's hard enough to get this guy on the ground once. That's his second sack of the day. Nice job getting in the backfield, not getting deceived by this guy's speed, because we've seen this QB, man. He can make people miss. Nice job getting him on the ground for the second time today.
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. It is third and long. Let's see what kind of arm he's got. Complete to the left. He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be fourth down. Gets the back moving. Wide receiver going in motion. On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on downs.
After being stopped there on fourth down, this game's pretty much over. They were going to have to go down in a 2-minute situation and put at least 7 up on the board. They couldn't get it done. Things just haven't gone their way. It's been that type of day today. They're going to leave the stadium with the loss.
Oh, better look out. Wide open spaces. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
I'll tell you, the defense is going to have to do a much better job containing these outside run plays. They better be able to funnel the football back to the middle of the field, because this guy with his speed can kill you like he did on that outside run play there to the left.
On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Gets it off. Welcome between the hedges to Athens, Georgia, and Sanford Stadium, home of the Georgia Bulldogs. As we'll see the number 2 team in the country, the Penn State Nittany Lions, taking on the 4th-ranked team in the land, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Well, you don't see this every day. They're lining up for an onside kick on the opening kickoff. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. They'll leave it with him. And that's the way they'll start, and they hope it gets better. No gain.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking downfield, it's Allard. That's reeled in. It's Singleton. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. Did a nice job of it.
They've got it inside the 30 at the 28. First down. From the gun, running back on the move. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
Not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. A lot of that. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
Second down, they'll go to the air. Pulls it in, it's Hudson. Turning on the Jets. They bring him down, but he's got a 1st and goal from the 10.
And that was a nice throw by the QB. When you see that drag route coming across the field, how about putting the ball right on his numbers? Not high, not low, where he has to stop his momentum. Right on the numbers where he can catch it, keep running, and chew up some yards after the catch.
Bad news on that play, it's an incompletion. The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was with that ball landing out of bounds.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Nittany Lions.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Fielded in the end zone, it's Branch. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Dropping back, it's Stockton. With the catch, it's Frazier. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
One man in the backfield, and he gets it. Oh, he's got some space. He finds enough daylight and gets it out across the 45, out of bounds at the 47, and a big run there. And the Dogs hunkering down to pick up a first down on the ground.
And you can hear the sound of Larry Munson. Run the dang ball. That's what they've always built this program on, is running the football, physically running.
Hey, that's a live ball. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
I love those smashes where you can hear it up here, Reese. Goodness gracious, you can hear the contact. Such a big lick. The offensive guy doesn't hold on to the football. Huge momentum swing. Big turnover forced by the defense.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37.
Great job by the quarterback throwing against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
They'll move the wide receiver. Give to the back. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Motion from the wideout. Wants to throw. It's Aller. The throw. And the pass to the sideline will pick up a short gain.
So it's third and long, and this quarterback right now has got to be expecting pressure. So you want to know where your hot routes are. You got to know where your best one-on-one matchup is. But understand this: we're still in the first half. If the defense gets you, tip of the cap, you can take a sack. Hunting the football at this stage of the game is okay.
Yeah, and you see some people get upset with offsides in the defense. I call it the cost of doing business. It's just part of being great off the football. Sometimes you'll guess, and sometimes you'll be wrong. The first one is always on me, Coach, and the second one, usually he takes me.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on third down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. Fourth down, baby.
Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive. No room for return, but no problem after making a play like that, and they'll have it at the 25. Single back formation, and they give it to him. Makes a pass to Martin. Looking for more room. There he goes. Inside the touchdown goes. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Love the play call offensively. They knew the defense were crowding a lot of bodies close to the line of scrimmage, and once they were able to get into the second level, all they had to do was make one guy miss and get one good angle. And with the speed that ball carrier has, man, that thing was a sure shot touchdown.
Why not double the try total and go for two? Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. Looking for the two-point try. Now the play fake. He's into the end zone for the two, and he gives them the lead. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. They already have the lead, and they apparently want more here in the first half, going for the onside kick. They're on it, and they get it back for another drive.
Right, how about the philosophy of this team? Aggressive, aggressive, and more aggressive. You got the lead. You're winning, right? And you don't have to kick an onside, but I'm kicking an onside. And they get it. Nice aggressive mindset, and it's rewarded.
And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game. Throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
They'll snap it from the 26 on first down. Dropping back, it's Stockton. Bringing the heat. And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Wants to keep it in the air. Catch in the middle. It's Frazier. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. The Bulldogs look to keep this drive humming. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Pressure got to the QB that time. He was trying to find his check down out of the backfield, but the hit forced the incompletion.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Flips it out on the screen. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. Out of the shotgun on third down. He makes a grab. So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense. They'll try to get it in with the run. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, Georgia.
Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? Tries again to get it in. And they stop him again for no gain, and it will be third down. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. They've already squandered a couple of chances to score touchdowns in the red zone, and now another opportunity. It's third and goal. Trying to punch it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Georgia!
And that touchdown run is just going to galvanize this entire football team. Really nice job being physical, and that sends a message. We're not just taking the lead. There's a lot of football left, but we're going to keep trying to run this ball down your throat.
Two-point conversion attempt is on the way. They'll send the back in motion. Looking to throw, it's Stockton. Finds his man in the middle. He gets there. Two-point conversion is good, and the lead now stands at 9. They want to get the ball right back here in the first half. They've got the lead and going for the onside kick. The defense calls the timeout, and that's their last one of the half. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football. Crosses the 35, out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play, spotted at the 32. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking to throw on first down. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at 42.
All right, this quarterback is going to have to start playing with a clock going off in his head. He knows he cannot hold on to the football too long with players like that getting after him.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Rush is on him. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down.
Ooh, and they almost had another one. And this defense is dialed in, man. The interception on the last possession, almost another one there. They've got a really good read on this passing game.
Quarterback making adjustments. On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Moving away from pressure. On the move, he fires. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. He would have loved to make the big return there, but he still gives his team the ball at the 37. This drive will get started from the 37-yard line. Looking downfield, it's Stockton. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
That defender is a matchup nightmare for any offensive lineman to block. He's got athleticism, he's got length, he's got flexibility. You put it all on display on that side.
Looking downfield, and time is running short. He's got an open man. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come over, getting him the football, making the first down. And they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
That's caught. It's Frazier. There he goes. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away. Welcome to Austin, Texas, and DKR, home of the Texas Longhorns. As we'll see the number 2 team in the country, the Penn State Nittany Lions, taking on the number 1 team in the land, the Texas Longhorns. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Nittany Lions will kick it away to start us off. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Oh, not able to hold his water, and the offense will have it stepped off against them. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty.
Okay, ready? Griffin! Moves! Tuga! Dino! Gorilla!
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Taking a shot on the first play. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
It's complete on the right side.
if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Well, it's a great job by the back end of the defense that time, making up for what the front end of the defense couldn't do. The quarterback had all day to throw that ball, but it was the hit in coverage that forces the incompletion.
They'll give it to the back. It's a running room. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
Throws for the tight end. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Quarterback extends the play. Right on the money. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line.
I love when QBs break the pocket and still look to attack. Because as soon as you break the pocket, I'm thinking, oh, man, he's going to take off and run, and I might come up. But those big plays can be made down the field. Nice job by the quarterback keeping his eyes down the field.
Back to throw. It's Manning. Under fire. Finds his big tight end. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down.
And you got to love the versatility of the big fella. You can put him in the box and let him block big defensive linemen, or you put him in the slot and you throw him the football and have success.
Off play action on first down. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
Play action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
It's second and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
This defensive coaching staff, they love their secondary, and they love the matchups they have. They believe they've got 5 guys at least back there that can cover one-on-one. You saw...
Looking for the end zone. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. And they'll send out the field goal unit. And this will be a bit of a challenge, a 46-yard attempt from the right hash. It's good. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
This is a team that really prides themselves on starting fast. We've seen that before, and here they are playing at home today. Nice job on the opening drive. Lots of poise, good emotion. They don't get the touchdown they would have liked, but they kick a nice field goal. They've got the lead. Head coach has to be happy with that.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Back to throw, it's Allard. Got a man, it's Singleton. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
Listen, nice completion, short game. Now you get to third down. Third down's more manageable. But guess what? If I don't get it on third down, I still got that fourth down in my pocket. Nowadays, analytics, we're going for it anyways.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Grabbed over the middle. It's Singleton. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. This is an opportunity to show your offense you believe in them. Their opening drive of the game, still in their own. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. Turns it on in midfield. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Looking to throw again. Pulls it in. It's Martin. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Really good job by the defense being disciplined. They sneak the running back out. You see it. Keep outside leverage and go make us tackle in space on a guy that's used to breaking tackles, used to making plays.
Back to pass on second down. Pocket breaking down. Interception. You don't see him make that kind of mistake very often. Going the other way, and he's got room. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Well, I can tell you haven't played the position. If you can't step into throws and you can't follow through, it obviously affects your accuracy. And I think the hit on the quarterback right there certainly contributed to that interception.
Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Off the play fake on first down. Dumps it off in the flats. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Love the awareness by the defense here. They're trying to get the running back the ball in space, but the defense was expecting it. They had guys in position. They located the football, and they went and game tackled.
Back to pass. It's Manning. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
You know, this tight end's a weapon in the passing game. He runs good routes, normally has good hands, but didn't have them there.
On third down, he drops to throw. Might be looking to run. He's going to swing it into the heart of the field. And he makes the catch inside the 15. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. The Longhorns trying to cash it in on first and goal. Looking to throw on first down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
A lot of times when you go back and you revisit these games, who takes advantage of these opportunities in the red zone, in these goal-to-go situations? Bad job on first down by this offense.
The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss.
But listen, the defense won that play. As an offense here, the key, David, you can't go back-to-back negative plays. You got to be smart with the football here. Looks like you're going to have to throw it. You just can't force it. You got to make sure you're playing with that clock in your head. You can't take a second.
And I think this is a situation where I spread you out. I get more speed on the field. I make the defense declare. I see what they're in, but I'm definitely throwing the football.
Here we go on fourth and goal, ground to cover. He'll set up to throw. Looking to scramble. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on fourth down.
You know, offensively in that situation, fourth down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off.
We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Looking for a man. It's Allard. Snagged in the middle. It's Hudson. Finds a crease at the 20. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. That last chunk play is one that'll really put a drive on the move. It's 1st and 10 from the 43. Wants to throw on first down. Moves around to clear up the vision. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to him.
know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there, I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Moves away as he feels pressure. Makes the grab inside the 30. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at him. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Makes the grab. It's Pena. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground cover to pick up the first. DKR heating up and trying to make third down impossible here. Got it in the middle. It's Ross. Touchdown, Penn State! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
A really nice job on their final drive of the first half, David. Calm, cool, collected. They had balance, excellent execution. They're going to take a lead in here at halftime.
It's so much easier to go into half with that positive momentum, that positive juice. Now we can point to what we just did. Great job taking the lead. Now you go make your halftime adjustments.
And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Second down coming up. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Quarterback gets the first down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. One more snap coming before halftime. Corner's going to give them room. To the air, it's Manning. Throws toward the end zone. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. The Longhorns will kick it off to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Might be changing the route. Back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run, not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Back to pass. Quickly to the tight end. They corral him out of bounds. Mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Finally forced out of bounds, maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49.
And that's a great job executing the drag route. You just bring the big fella across the formation, wait for him to come open. The quarterback does a good job seeing him, finds him in the hole, hits him. Perfect job.
Trying to turn the corner on the right. Turning it on. He's knocked out of bounds at the 42. Solid pickup on that one.
Yeah, this offense is going to try to run the ball and do it in a variety of ways. You'll see zone reads. You'll just see straight downhill running. We'll get the toss play going as well to try to keep this defense on their heels.
Looking to scramble. He'll pull it down and run. And the pass is incomplete, but there is a flag down on the play. Let's see what that's about. Remember, if your entire body is past the line of scrimmage when you throw the football, that's a penalty. He was, and the penalty will be accepted. The Nittany Lions are rolling down the field. To the air, it's Allard. Unloads to the right. Got him downfield. Corralled and forced out of bounds. Mark it right at the 16-yard line, and man, are they in business.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Second down, he'll throw it. Floating away. He just tossed that one out of bounds. You avoid the sack, you avoid the turnover. You've got more plays here on third down.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense. Or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
Got it! And he will score! Touchdown, Nittany Lions! The offense strikes again to extend its lead here in the second half.
And they got everything working. How great is this? You extend your lead, now you get your defense back on the field. Great job taking advantage of the situation and building on that lead.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-3. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive. And they finish it by firing one in from the 13 for the score. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Moore. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Looking for a man. It's Manning. Here's the pressure. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
Well, the receiver was double covered on that play, and I don't know if the decision by the QB had to do with the pressure. Because he was hurried, he just had to get rid of that faster than he wanted to. He's lucky he didn't come away with an interception there.
Motion from the wide receiver. They'll go back to the air on second down. Oh, goes right through his hands, and he will think about that one for a while. It'll be third down.
And you got to put that one on the receiver. That's just a flat-out drop. That's a good throw by the quarterback. That's a catch that receiver needs to make.
Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
And you thought maybe in this second half this offense could just find a rhythm, find something to take advantage of this defense, but the defense has really had their number, not putting up a lot of points, and again, an empty possession right there.
On the run, fires downfield. Hauls it in easily enough for the first down. Not much of a fourth down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. Wants to go up top on first down. It's complete to the left. Oh, a lot of space. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Unloads to the wideout. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And he's wrapped up. Welcome to the home of the Penn State Nittany Lions, Beaver Stadium in State College, Pennsylvania. As we'll see the number 9 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the second-ranked team in the land, the Penn State Nittany Lions. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here at the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. And the Nittany Lions will kick it away to start. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Looking to throw at Simpson. Pressure coming. Catch in the middle. It's Miller. He's loose. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the first down. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
That one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Here comes the heat. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And it's is a really good job by this defense. Complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. 3 straight incompletions, and undaunted, they'll go for it on 4th and 10. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He'll take another shot here. And the incomplete pass lets this defense get the ball back for its own great field position.
And this offense chooses to be aggressive. Listen, once you start getting to midfield, you see most offenses be aggressive, and they took their chance, and they failed now. Early in the game, a chance to create momentum to swing back to the other side of the football field.
Back to throw, it's Aller. Got a man, it's Wallace. Showing off that power as he plows ahead to the 38.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
The Nittany Lions can really attack on this 2nd and short. Wide receiver going in motion. The give to the back. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
Yeah, I'm so impressed watching this guy run the football. And I'll tell you, I think Joe Paterno would have loved this guy in his offense, too. His teams always prided themselves on being able to run the football, right? Be more physical than the opponent. This guy has the ability to just wear defenses down. So hard to stop.
Wide open spaces. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
Here's the snap, looking to throw. Bought a little time, lets it go. Got the quick pass. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
They pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. He wants to change this route. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on 3rd here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. And after getting it right on the edge, they'll try to punch it in on 3rd down. They'll move the wide receiver. They'll try to power it in. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down.
On the play. Brings up 4th and goal. That's the end of the 1st quarter. After 1, we're tied 0-0.
And the offense doesn't bat an eye. They'll stay on the field and try to score from the 1 on 4th down. to the air. It's Aller. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State. Quick strike through the air for the score.
And I like the decision to go for it. And I think a lot of people probably thinking this close to the goal line, 4th and goal. They're going to power it in. Nice job. They had this play ready. They go with the pass. Nice throw, nice catch. Huge job and huge execution on 4th down.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. So that drive covered just 44 yards. And it was capped off by a 1-yard touchdown pass. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Looking downfield on 1st down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Out of the gun to give to the back. Picks up the 1st down. And he's brought down after a nice gain. If you're going to play Bama tough, you're going to find out really early if you can handle the running game.
They're going to check your chin. I mean, they're going to come in and they're going to give you a steady diet of it, even when they've had great quarterback play and spread.
Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
And nice answer by this defense. You give up a big play, you go take a big play. Sometimes you get down on yourselves and one play turns to 2. Nice job by this defense getting a sack, creating some momentum.
The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on 2nd down. Back to pass, it's Simpson. Here's a heat. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
They've got to find a way to get this guy into a rhythm. Here we go, starting the game. He's 1 for 7. They've got to find some easy completions, 3-step drops, RPOs, swing passes to the running back, something to get this guy some confidence because he's not playing with any right now.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. On 4th down, going to the air. They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on down. Second-ranked team in the land, the Penn State Nittany Lions. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. And he picks up what he can before stepping out of bounds at the end of the return. Running backs on either side of the quarterback. To throw, it's Aller. With the catch, it's Wallace. Still on his feet at the 45. Oh, there were a few steps there. He was thinking touchdown, but they finally get him down after the big pickup at the 25. Big play offense, and it has them threatening now. 1st and 10 from the 25. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Going to be a gain of about 3 down to the 21.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Good timing on the quick out. He'll step out of bounds at about the 11.
Yeah, when you get that man coverage, most people are taught to have inside leverage. So that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy. But tight coverage, but a really nice throw in that out route.
Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. To the air on 2nd down. Blasted as he lets it go. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
You miss USC being trash. I mean, Southern Carolina, right?
Taking a shot into the end zone. That's going to have to be a contested catch on the back end, but he wasn't able to come up with it because of the hit.
He wants to throw it again. Into the end zone. And he's got it.
Get your gritty on. Get your gritty on. Get your gritty on. Get your gritty on.
Land that first big punch against a rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. In a game like this, too, you just want to be executing at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
And settles everyone down. All the nerves, all the emotion of this rivalry game. Now everybody can kind of settle in because you know you already got a touchdown.
Yeah, South Carolina. Bull had, I don't even know who he had. I think I lost to Penn State. You ain't want to see that. That shit was bad.
From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Dropping back, it's Sayin. Oh, he's going to go up top. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. And he's still running after the move.
If I play some defense, I'll be dangerous.
But he also made up some ground and took it back to the 38. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Finds his man. It's Singleton. He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the 19. They're in the red zone. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
Well, the drag routes put in this playbook to fight against man-to-man coverage. So there you see the receiver using his speed, working his way across the field. He gets separation on the DB, trying to trail him, makes the catch, turns it upfield for the first.
They go to the wide receiver screen. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over it.
Well, give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking to fire. Finds his big tight end. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You've got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You've got to be aggressive, and you've got to make tackles.
They're going to throw it on 3rd and goal. Unleashes to the end zone.
I can play a little ball now, Nate. I play a little ball, not too much. I play a little ball, though.
Love finding the big fella down in the red zone, 3rd and goal. You got to make something happen down here. Throw it up high. Let the big fella make you look really good as a quarterback. Love finding those big guys down here in the red zone.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd buzzing after that last score. He'll bring it out. It's Graham. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone and not work out as he stopped at the 13. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Scanning the field, it's Sayin. Punts it out of the air. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
To the wideout. Tackle at the 26-yard line. That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Penn State 14, Ohio State 0.
So after the break, they'll go back to work. To the air on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Didn't really have room to operate on the return, but he hands him the ball at the 3rd.
Nate, we about to go to the playoffs. These are the only games that matter. I was going to wait till tonight, but I'm hot, I think. I'm hot right now. Oh, it's no playoffs? I just go again? Oh, I already lost in this division. I can only play a couple games. I thought I was going to go back to the playoffs. I was already in that division, and I lost, so I don't even go to the playoffs no more. That's ass.
Welcome to the home of the Penn State Nittany Lions, Beaver Stadium in State College, Pennsylvania. As we'll see the #1 team in the country, the Texas Longhorns, taking on the 2nd-ranked team in the land, the Penn State Nittany Lions. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. He'll start the return inside his 5. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Grabbed in the middle. It's Wingo. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
They'll have it at the 49, just across midfield, 1st and 10. Looking to pass. It's Manning. Under fire. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a 1st down. And the Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Here he goes breaking the pocket. He's going to run it. Guided out of bounds at the 22. A good play for this offense as they are threatening to score. Snap's going to come from the 23 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Using the quick game. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
Well, it's a nice job by the tight end there. He's patient. He fights his way through all the traffic in the middle of the field, running that drag route, making it an easy completion for the quarterback.
Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. They're working that left side. Touchdown, Texas! Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. Let me tell you, that opening script was a masterpiece. Send that baby to Hollywood, and it's a blockbuster.
I think so, and A-listers all over the field for this offense. You saw some of the playmakers they've got in the speed. Great job going out and executing on that opening drive.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he runs out of bounds, and they'll mark it right there for the return.
You still here, Nate?
Two running backs alongside the quarterback. To the air, it's Allard. Makes the catch, it's Singleton. He gets it past the 30, and they'll get him out of bounds at the 32.
All right, bet.
Able to attack short. You've got to be able to attack the whole field to make you honor that underneath part, then the intermediate part, and then you take shots down the field. This will loosen up some shots for later in the game.
Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35. The Nittany Lions come to the line needing just inches for the 1st down. Tries to slither forward on the sneak. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Makes the grab. It's Hudson.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Lagging like a
Close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And it's just a bad decision by the quarterback. I get that he's outside the pocket and the plays.
This should be the last play of the quarter. They'll run it to the right. Can't get it to the ground. And he's brought down after a solid gain, and we are done in the first quarter. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Looking to throw, it's Manning. Finds the tight end. Turning on the Jets. They finally get him on the ground, and this junior turning in a big play after the catch.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
This is a hard defense to run to the outside against because of their speed. You saw in that last play their ability to go sideline to sideline, win at the point of attack as they shut down that sweep.
Yeah, and it's also hard when you get in the red because what do on defense? We bring in all the big bodies, so there's not a lot of space in there to run. I like getting the ball in the perimeter. You toss it out there, you run it back. He gets out there faster. Got a positive game. Still a couple plays here left, too.
An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. The delay of game pushes the offense back. Can the D deny them on second and goal? They'll run play action. Bring in the heat. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. You can hear the roar all the way to Mount Nittany after he got in the backfield and made the play.
And they always give you something to roar about, don't you? These Penn State linebackers, I don't know where they find them, but year after year they find some of the best players in all of football.
It's third and goal and third and long. Looking downfield, it's Manning. And they can't make the play on third down.
Really nice third down sub defense there at that time. It's third and long. They're expecting pass. They're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback. Now forcing the incompletion, setting up fourth.
Splits the uprights, it's good. And that will extend their lead even further. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Motion from the wideout. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Got the first down and more.
And a great job by the offensive line. If you're going to run the ball right up the middle, you better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big gain.
They'll give it to him again. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
I think the toss does a really good job of getting the football on the edge quickly. You know, you toss it out there to the running back. You better block the defensive end. That's priority number one. Good job blocking the defensive end, getting a nice...
Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Bringing it back.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you, and I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent, but he's making bad decisions.
Couldn't quite hang on to the pick.
That's a pick, though. I just got cheated. You ain't talking about that.
Oh, that hit him in a bad spot, right in the hands. Great play. You still get a pass breakup, but, man, that could have been an interception by the defender there. Nice break on the football, but secure that big fella and get the 6. Get the pick 6.
Going to try to get it himself. This defense fully aware.
Yeah, man. Like, come on. He's trash. I'm just doing bullshit.
He's going to remember that one for sure, man. He did a nice job getting outside the pocket, but at that point now, he's got to be on high alert. He knows this defense is going to be coming flying at him. He'll be doing a better job sliding or running out of bounds the next time that happens in this game. I guarantee you.
And the Longhorns will punt it away on 4th down. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Wide receiver comes in motion. Dropping back, it's Aller. Throwing right. It's complete. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They'll start this one from the 29 on 1st down. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Got it in the middle. It's Hudson. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another 1st down. Looking downfield on 1st down. Dances away to buy time. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
This pass rush is real, man. They force the quarterback, they flush him out to the left, and he's trying to scramble around, find an open guy. They still are able to get a hit on him, and that forces the incompletion.
Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. He's got it. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. And I think on that last completion, it was a good example of it.
They'll immediately call timeout. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Might be calling a hot route. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. And the Nittany Lions in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Here we go. Wants to throw. It's Aller. Throws toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Can't make the connection. Incomplete pass, and 1 second remains.
I want to give a shout out to the defense there on 3rd down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on 3rd down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
No good. Guys, that field goal could loom large. Missing an opportunity to get within a touchdown. We're still sitting on a 10-point game. The Longhorns will kick it away first, and we'll start the 2nd half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. This drive will open from the 15. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. He'll start this third quarter with a run. Pushed his way ahead. Really good run to get it out to the 20 and pick up a 5.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
The Nittany Lions with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Caught in the backfield, it's Singleton. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. He might want another play. Dropping back, it's Aller. That one comes out hot down the right side. Such a big part to convert these 3rd downs, and they've got it at the 42.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
And the throw out to the sideline, good for a few.
And a really nice job on the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the 1st down.
The Nittany Lions with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Gonna swing it on 2nd down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
The Nittany Lions are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Tackle behind the line of scrimmage, and what a big 3rd down stop by this defense.
And coming out in the 2nd half, this offense, they needed to establish this run game. They needed to get something going. They're losing. They've got to find a way to get a flow, to get a rhythm. And so far here to start this 2nd half, defense picking up where it left it.
Big tight end makes the grab. 1st down, still on his feet. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the 1st down. The Nittany Lions are moving quickly down the field. Motion from the wide receiver. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls in.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Wants to adjust the pattern. They'll move the tight end. Looking to throw, it's Aller. This time it's complete. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on 2nd down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, and I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks at a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a 3rd down.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Oh, he's got some space. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
Well, with the weapons this offense has, you knew it was just a matter of time in the run game before someone was going to break a long one. They'd just been running into a wall. They just couldn't seem to find their creases and get enough movement up front, but they finally got it there, picking up the 1st. Let's see what happens next.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the 3rd quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end
flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
And the quarterback is toast back at the 35.
And that's another play by this defense, and there's not much good, guys, I can say about this offense. I mean, they got the goose egg on the board in 3rd and long again. Something needs to go right for this club. They need to get some kind of shot in the arm.
And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skilled players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
Kicker has everything lined up and about set to get this one underway. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. That's caught. It's Baxter. At the 45 on his way. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a 1st down.
And this offense showing off the explosiveness, the big play down the field. This is so big because what it makes defenses do to react now. Now you scare them. Now you make them drop back a little bit. So that big passing play opens up this whole offense.
This offense capable of exploding at any moment. Now they're set up inside the 30 with a 1st and 10. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
This offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the 1st down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
Looking downfield, it's Manning. Tight end finds a soft spot. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. No reason to panic when you see those extra bodies coming. Just find the big tight end.
Well, and the great ones do that. I think the great ones are okay. You want to blitz? I know my answers. I'm all right. I'll stay patient. Find the matchup. This time it was the tight end. Finds the tight end, throws a strike, gets the 1st down.
The Longhorns will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. Snowed under right at the line of scrimmage and no gain on the play.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's an interception. Oh, did they need that turnover? Nothing but green grass down the middle. The 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Penn State. The defense putting points on the board.
How about that play by this defense?
Defense, ladies!
The game away with the lead. Defense makes the biggest play of the ball game, getting the pick, finding the end zone, and taking the lead late in this ball game.
And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Fair catch, called for and made. back to throw. It's Manning. Fires to the wideout. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, at the worst possible time.
And that just kind of caps off this day. It's been a day with
Strap City made him quit, Nate. Come on. I was scared too. You're right, Nate. I wasn't running the ball because it wasn't working. If you was looking right before it was third, it was like 3rd and 2, and I ended up running it. I didn't get shit, so they made me fucking throw it on 4th down, and then my tight end caught that crazy ass touchdown. I got one more, bro. I got one more. You're right. It probably is time to get off. I got one more though. Woo!
Welcome to Caesars Superdome, home of the Saints here in New Orleans. As we'll see the number 2 team in the country, the Penn State Nittany Lions, taking on the 4th-ranked team in the land, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started.
Oh, they got me in the playoffs, Nate. I didn't even know I could still go to the playoffs. He's 30-11. Got a chip already.
Kickoff team out there ready to tee it up and get this bowl game underway. On the move from inside his 5. Able to find enough room to get it out. To 25, he's brought down at the 26. Use the play fake, now to throw. Coming out aggressively. Catching stride inside.
That's a good ball.
And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
forget establishing the run game. Go up top right now, play one, be aggressive. You told everybody all week, we're going to come out, we're going to be aggressive, and they are. They take the shot, they get rewarded. One play, one touchdown. What a start.
And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
Returner goes out of bounds.
That wasn't a blitz. I ain't do it. I was in coverage. Not good coverage, but I was in coverage.
Offense in a split backfield. Back to throw. It's Aller. makes the catch. It's Allen.
Early in the game, as a DB, I'm settling in. It's okay if I give up 4, 6, 7 yards. I'm just trying to get settled in, gauge the speed, and then later on, I can adjust to the speed of the game.
And the Nittany Lions can really attack on this 2nd and short. From the gun, the ground game. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a 1st down.
And they have got a weapon in this offense right there, running back. This dude is tremendous. You think about Franco Harris, you think about Kajana Carter, Curtis Enos, Saquon Barkley, time and time again. Penn State running backs wearing defenses down. This guy is a prop.
There he goes. Couldn't ask for much more there. A 1st down, and they're down to the 42.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that 1st.
The Nittany Lions have it with a 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Fires on the move. Caught over the middle. It's Ross. There he goes. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. Once he got some room, it was over.
This receiver is dangerous because of what he can do after the catch. Once he has the football, he is so good at making defenders miss. You saw it on that play.
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off that last scoring drive. The returner will field it and bring it back. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the 1st play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Gonna run it. It's Frazier. They'll knock him down after a 6-yard gain to the 27.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for him.
And the Dogs can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Off play action. Fires on the run. Oh, he makes the play. It's intercepted. Didn't really get a chance to get started on that return, but he has set him up at the 41-yard line. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too.
That's cheating.
It's clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. Back to pass, it's Aller. Unloads to the wideout. For the 3rd straight play, the pass falls incomplete.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoked the fear of God into this defense because this 3 and out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
Throws to the tight end. And the incomplete pass turns it over in their own end.
And I don't know how to explain that one. 4th down and long, the percentages are low anyway.
They cheated me that drive. I dropped it. I was wide open.
Not the way I want to create momentum or start my 1st half.
Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Things got off to a good start with a touchdown on the opening drive and then quickly went to pot for the pick on the second one, and now they'll see if they can find the middle with it. It's a seam wide open, and he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
A lot of times when you think about speed back, speed, you think on the edge. You don't think in between the tackles. You don't think about breaking tackles. They try to break your ankles. The problem is when you try to run there as fast as you possibly can, a lot of times you don't get to put a good hit on him. And in turn, you see he breaks tackles and makes big plays.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. The Dogs come to the line on third and short, trying to keep the drive alive. They'll run the option. He'll pitch it. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up fourth down.
Really good job by this defense, man. Fourth down and short. Great job playing the quarterback first. That's the most important part of the option. Don't let him get downhill. Now it gets to the pitch man. It gets a little bit outside. They run to the football and get the big stop on fourth down.
That's the end of the first quarter, with the score tied at 7.
A field goal try would have been a 51-yarder. They'll opt instead to try to move the chains on fourth down. Off the RPO, throw right, looking for the chains. The decision to go for it does not pan out.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
Now they'll line it up from the 44 on first and 10. Looking for a man. It's Aller. Got his man quickly. At the 40, there he goes. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it.
And quarterbacks love running backs who can catch the ball because they're stat patterns. That's an easy throw for this quarterback to make. He's just letting his running back do all the work. Get him the football out in space and let the magic happen.
Looking to throw on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Hudson. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. Second down, they'll go to the air. Grabbed over the middle. It's Hudson. And he picks up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit. The Nittany Lions will have it first and 10. The toss to the outside. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
It's always fun to watch offensive creativity in the red zone. Like, how are you going to get some space for your guy? They try the toss, get him out wide, maybe get him some space. The defense was ready. Nice job falling forward, getting at least a little bit on the play.
Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
All right, that's when the offensive line has got to be able to communicate and pick up. When that inside linebacker comes running through the A gap or the B gap, those O-linemen, they've got to work together, and they've got to pass guys off to one another to make sure they pick him up. They didn't do it that time.
And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. He needs to make sure those mechanics are pure from the right hash and 40 yards away. No good. And here in the second quarter, missed field goal leaves us tied, guys.
Man, sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
the play fake on first down to throw. And not much going on downfield. You just get rid of it and live to play another down.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously so he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there.
It's a running room. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. To the air, it's Stockton. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
They're dealing with a second and long. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. Grabs it inside the tag. Touchdown, Dogs! A great catch and run for 6.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. First snap of the drive from the 25. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Martin. He'll be forced out of bounds right at the 30-yard line as they try to grind out some room. A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on second down. That is just a sideline credit. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want.
That just really nice catch by the big tight end. Throwing those mitts up there and catching the football.
Now on first down from the 43-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. So now it's second and long. To the air, it's Allard. Lets it fly deep downfield. Touchdown, Penn State!
Crossover, step back.
Every coach in the country talks about
Crossover, step back.
How about that? You get the touchdown, a chance to tie this game up and take all the momentum into halftime.
Setting up for the extra point and the top. And he tacks on the extra point. A very efficient 5-way scoring drive. And the score comes on a touchdown pass covering 28 yards. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Lost a throw on first down. Quickly complete. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Grabs it up to 25 in stride. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. Final seconds of the first half, and they'll try to put up 3. The holder will kneel at the 24, a 34-yarder coming from the right hash. The defense going to stop the clock with the timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And in the waning seconds of the first half, they'll try to put up 3 before going to the break. Never a doubt. And with that field goal, they now have the lead. Go ahead and roll the dice to start this second half. They're lined up for an onside kick. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They're trailing on the scoreboard right now, but they are very much in the mix to finish this season with a bowl win.
Yeah, and I think you look at bowl games, sometimes there's a little bit of rust in the first half. That's what you talk about at halftime. Now, we get the ball, we're down. Let's go make a statement to start this second half. We're here, we're ready, we're going to do some damage.
And here's the thing. They're in this bowl game because they're explosive on offense. It takes only one play. There's still lots of football left to be played. If they get this confidence going, they get into a rhythm, watch out.
Looking for a man. It's Aller. He's got his man. They were banking on the yards after the catch, but that went into the negative column.
And I'm banking on the ball coming out quick. When I'm a defense and understanding third and short, understand they're going to throw the ball really quickly, try to make a play. The defense knew it, broke on the football, and made a nice tackle to force a fourth down.
Wants to go up top on first down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And what a good job by the pass rush. Get into the QB and put the lick on him as he's throwing the football. That's what you want. It doesn't matter about sacks. You've got to get quarterback hits.
And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down. Georgia going up tempo.
What a weapon this guy is, right? At the tight end position, not only can he get open, he can run away from people after the catch. He's a big dude, so he's hard to bring down anyway, but the speed is what makes him different.
Man, there are certain guys that I want to make sure I hone in on, and I do not give them the football in space. And this running back is one of those guys. Really good job by the defense, keeping their eyes on their keys and not letting him sneak out and get any kind of space. As soon as he touched it, he was on the ground.
And fires complete to the right. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, the offense is trying to get a big-time playmaker the ball out in space quickly with the wide receiver screen, but the defense is having none of it.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Wants to throw again. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive. Didn't really have room to operate on the return, but he hands him the ball at the 32.
That's why as quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching it. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Quarterback making checks. Looking to throw. It's Aller. Got his man. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again.
There's a great saying in football. It's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes. Well, my Jimmy's better than you.
And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
That inside linebacker showing you the speed and the recognition. He saw a gap and saw a crease and a free path to the quarterback, and he took it.
The Nittany Lions have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Back to pass. Rushes on him. Finds his man. It's Pena. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And the shot play downfield falls harmlessly to the turf, and we've played 3 quarters. Trailing by a possession. They need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. The sure hands, it's Pena. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28.
That's an awesome effort by the receiver there because he didn't have the 1st down once he caught the pass. He had to be able to make a guy miss. And with his athleticism and skill, he's able to do that. And as a result, fresh set of downs for the offense.
Snagged in the middle. It's Singleton. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play. Able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. That's caught. It's Pena. Got enough space. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th.
Yeah, and a nice job in the 4th quarter making plays, and a nice job being on the same page. QB, receiver. You can tell he broke with the football. He caught it in stride, gets into the end zone. Nice pitch and catch right there. Nice chemistry by the QB and wide receiver.
And the extra point is good. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And here's the return. And the returner will be knocked down. This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. Hold and finds his man on the left. Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one.
You know, the defense, they just haven't been able to find an answer for this guy throughout the course of the game. Obviously, he's got 2 touchdowns, picks up the 1st down there. They've tried doubling him. They've tried man coverage, zone coverage. Nothing working on defense. They can't stop him.
Got it in the middle. It's Delp. Turning it on. All out of space. And he's brought down after a huge completion. Inside the 25, they'll snap it from the 24, 1st down. On the run, it's Frazier. And this one will be stopped for no gain. This Nittany Lion defense has just been suffocating. The front 7 has been dominant. Guys like Jack Ham would be proud.
Yeah, just big, physical, just owning the guys up front. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide.
He'll take a shot. Snags it. Touchdown, Georgia. And they've moved out front here in the 4th.
This is an offense that has so much confidence. They believe they're able to win the game when it matters the most. They've got the playmakers to do it. You saw it on that last touchdown. Now taking the lead with less than 2 minutes to go.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll try to get outside. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, this running back has struggled to find anywhere to go, and I think one reason why is this linebacker, his speed. He did a great job there identifying where the ball was going to go. He didn't let anybody block him. Made his way to the running back and got him on the ground. Nice job.
Back to throw, it's Allard. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Remember, all they have to do is get it close enough for a field goal here. Fires to the right. He's got it. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down. Calling a timeout here, you have to avoid making a mistake in this situation. Looking downfield on 1st down. The short hands, it's Ross. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be 1st down. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. To the air on first down. That's reeled in. It's Pena. Slips a tackle, and he's got room. And he scoots out of bounds, picks up the first down, gets the clock stopped, and now they're in business in plus territory. And he just continues to put up numbers, and that number is now over 300.
This guy just throws completions, man. The ball doesn't seem to touch the ground. He's back there. He's making the right reads. Right now, he is locked into what this defense is trying to do.
Looking for the end zone.
And it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good gain, stay ahead of the...
And it's picked off at the goal line. That's one way to make a stop.
I folded, Nate.
The 50. Past the 30. At the 20. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Bulldogs. Guess they wanted to make sure they rubbed a little salt in the wound here down the stretch.
And it's your job to stop them. Keep playing football. I like it when the offense keeps the foot on the accelerator. It's your job. If you don't like it defensively, do something about it.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive.
The lights was too bright, Nate.
That last touchdown with an onside kick. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
And after this play, the cake will be baked. To the air. It's Aller. Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. And that is how we will wrap this one up.